If you would like to know what to do if you feel like you're coming down with symptoms of a cold or a flu or a coronavirus, or even better, if you'd like to know how to prevent feeling like you're coming down with anything, even when a lot of people around you are, you clicked on the right video. Hi, I'm Dr. Cori Stern, and welcome to my channel, Take Control of Your Health. Coming to you today straight from my couch with my dog. And that's why I'm on my couch, because my dog likes me to be sitting next to him. So I have a lot of videos on this channel about immune health because it's kind of an important topic. So I'm going to put the link to all of my immune health videos in the description of this one, because I go pretty deep into it in some of the other videos. This one is, I'm going to try to make it a quick one. Quick for me is still going to be longer than a short attention span, but I will do my best. I feel like I am an expert on this topic of helping people when they don't feel well, when they have symptoms of colds and flus and coronaviruses. I'm an expert on it because I have helped my own body to overcome this, where I can say now that I have not experienced symptoms of this type for 2 years now. This is a record. I would like to knock on wood. I'm a little bit, superstitious. I don't have any wood around. Okay. Anyway, so if you watched my video about my own personal health journey, you will know that I spent my whole childhood being sick. I spent my whole childhood on antibiotics. And then even into adulthood, I would have these types of symptoms very often, where I would get sore throats or coughing or sneezing or runny nose or congestion, all of that, body aches. So not having experienced this for 2 years is a record for me. And I am around a lot of symptomatic people because that's what I do for a living. I help people who don't feel well to get better. So I want to share some of my top tips with you so that you can also experience life without these symptoms. So the first thing I want to talk about is the things that drain your immune system, right? And this is something that people don't take into consideration. And this is really important because all the supplements in the world are not going to help you if your body is really toxic. When you are loaded with toxins, heavy metals, toxic chemicals, your immune system is going to be depleted because your immune system is not only working to help you to kill off what I call the bad guys, pathogens that cause you to become symptomatic, like bacteria, parasites, fungus, yeast, and viruses. The immune system also goes into action when you are exposed to toxins. So if you're always exposed to toxins, your immune system is not going to have that much power left to help you when you become exposed to the bad guys. So keeping your body as clean as possible, which means eating clean food, nutrient-dense food, organic food that is not sprayed with stuff, preferably from a small-scale family farm where you actually can find out exactly what's going on with your food, is really important. If you have not already done so, if you live in the United States, please go on the website farmmatch.com/Dr. Cori. There's a link to it in the description of this video, and see where you can get this kind of food. This is a game changer, I'm telling you. Really important. Everyone I know that's getting their food from these small scale family farms with clean, nutrient dense food grown in good soil has expressed to me what a difference it's made in their health. So the second thing is that um, not having nutritional deficiencies is also really important. So that's why eating this kind of really clean, nutrient dense food is a win-win, because you are avoiding eating toxins and you are repleting your body with nutrients that you are most likely depleted of. Because if you've been eating anything that's processed or you've been eating foods that are grown commercially, you are nutritionally deficient, I guarantee you. Now, you can't correct all nutritional deficiencies with food alone. That's where supplements come in. But you still have to start the process of eating this nutrient dense food. I have many, many videos on these topics if you haven't already been exposed to this concept. So the other part of avoiding toxins, though, besides food, is also in every area of your life, in your household, not using toxic cleaning products, on your body, not using toxic personal care products. As much as you can, eliminate or avoid toxins as much as you can, because you can't eliminate everything. So control what you can control. If you go to my website, drcori.com, and click on, I think it's free gift. I think that's what it's called. I'm so sorry that I don't know all the pages on my website, but I have a PDF there for you called Everyday Things You Never Knew Were Toxic. So you can find out things that you're using on a daily basis that you might be poisoning yourself with and you're not aware of it. So that's helpful information. Okay, so those are kind of the basic things that are important for beginning the process of cleaning up what we call the terrain. The body is the terrain, and when the terrain is clean and imbalanced and full of good quality nutrients, it's much more difficult for the body then to end up feeling sick or experiencing symptoms or catching something or growing bad pathogens in the body, right? Because things like sugar, things like metals make the body a hospitable environment for these bad guys. You're feeding them. It's like your body becomes a luxury hotel for them and they don't want to check out. But when the terrain is clean and imbalanced, then it's much more difficult for them to multiply. So now let's talk about, that's prevention. Let's talk about what to do if you feel like you're coming down with something, if you start experiencing symptoms of not feeling well. So I am specifically referring to cold, flu, and, coronavirus symptoms. All right. So we're talking about things like sore throat, swollen glands, runny nose, congestion, fever, body aches, cough, those kinds of things. Too much mucus production. So those symptoms are your body's attempt to try to expel something that's going on in there that's not good. Fever, elevation of body temperature, kills the bad guys. Mucus helps, move them out. All those symptoms, everything that's happening is for a reason. Fatigue, that's because when your immune system jumps into action, it's using a lot of energy. So you need to rest to give it a chance to work. It's kind of forcing you to do that. But these symptoms are not pleasant and they wouldn't be necessary if you start taking the right stuff right away. So I'm going to screen share some of my favorite products to keep on hand. So these are my favorite products to keep on hand for you to start taking the minute you feel like you might be getting sick. So this one is Flutone. It's what we call a homeopathic drainage remedy. And homeopathy is really great for babies, for animals, for people of all ages. It's not something that's very strong. You don't have to worry about overdosing. These particular products from the company called Energetics are really easy to use. They're liquid, they don't taste bad. And with homeopathy, classic homeopathy, you're told to not eat for 15 minutes before or after, not to mix it with mint, but with these are, I call them new age homeopathics or new wave. You don't have to worry about any of that. So this is something that you can start taking right away for any symptoms that mimic flus or, cold, whatever. We don't have to give it a name, right? When you start feeling aches, if you have a fever, if you have a cough, if you feel fatigue. So my dirty little secret is I actually take this every day. I don't know, maybe that's one of the reasons I'm doing well. So it doesn't hurt you, right? It doesn't hurt to take it, even if you're not feeling sick and you can't overdose on it. So, but should you start to not feel well, I would say start taking it. All right. So that's Flutone. Next, I want to talk to you about this. This is called Cytoimmune. And this is something new that I've been using that's really awesome. It has a bunch of natural things in it that all support immune health, that are anti-inflammatory, that are antioxidant. So Nigella sativa, which is black seed oil, black seed, quercitin, which is a really powerful antioxidant, cordyceps extract, which most people think of as a mushroom. It's actually a type of fungus that helps your immune system to work better. It helps your white blood cells to be more effective. And then neem and horsetail. And they all do that. They all help your immune system to work better. And this is in a base of fulvic acid, which is it's rich in minerals. And this specifically has a low pH, so it helps buffer the ingredients against stomach acid, so they remain intact. So your in other words, your stomach acid doesn't break them down, right? Which is a real, thing with certain supplements, certain nutrients. For example, garlic, which is another good immune support. I didn't include that. I didn't include garlic in my recommendations, but I take that too. So the garlic that I use is enterically coated, so it's not broken down by your stomach acid. And some things need to be protected to be most effective. The next one is calcium lactate. I have a whole video on this. Most people think of calcium for bones, but calcium is really important for your immune system. And if you have enough calcium in your body, you don't get fevers. So this is something I take every day. I didn't say this, with the Cytoimmune, you start taking that the minute that you start to feel something. Your throat's a little bit scratchy. You start to feel fatigue. That's when you start taking that. But the calcium, you can take this every day. This is a form of highly absorbable calcium. A lot of people, when I talk about calcium, they say, oh, what about calcium causing calcification of your arteries or causing kidney stones or gallbladder stones? There are some calciums that could do that, like calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate is not easily absorbed by your body, but this is. So this will not end up causing calcification. It will be taken up into your cells, into your tissue. When you have enough tissue calcium stored in your tissue, the body won't need a fever because the calcium does the job that a fever does. That is so cool. I'll put my calcium video, a link to it in the description of this video if you haven't watched it already. And then the last thing that I do recommend is vitamins A and C. And with the supplement company I use, Standard Process, the word Cataplex is vitamin, vitamins A and C. Both of them are really important for immune support. So most people know about vitamin C for immune support, but vitamin A kind of gets ignored a little bit. And vitamin A is really important for the health of your mucous membranes and just healthy cells and tissues. And it's also antioxidant. And this particular formula also has a little echinacea in it. And echinacea is an herb that does help to support your immune system and your overall well-being. The form of vitamin A in the supplement is a whole food form of vitamin A. So it is not ascorbic acid, which is not, I said vitamin A, sorry, vitamin C. The vitamin C, well, vitamin A is the whole food form also. So this company uses whole food forms, meaning they don't just put one component of a vitamin in their vitamin. They're all complexes, and the whole complex is in there. So vitamin C is a complex, and most vitamin C's that you buy in a store are ascorbic acid, or also called calcium ascorbate. That's not vitamin C. That's one component of the vitamin C complex. You need the whole thing. So this particular supplement you could take daily, like the calcium. So I do take those daily. And that's my recommendation. If you need more specific help, I do consults and I put people on comprehensive health improvement programs. So if you are struggling with your health, with your immune system, or any health issue, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can go to my website and request a consult there, or you can email me at questions@drcori.com. And a link to all of that is going to be in the description of this video. And I also do what's called supplement recommendation programs. So if you don't want to go on a whole comprehensive program with me, which includes nutrition coaching, food counseling, and follow-up visits, if you just want me to give you some supplement recommendations, I have a different lower cost program where you just fill out some paperwork and then I'll make some recommendations for you. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. That would make me very happy. Please hit the like button if you found this information helpful. And last and most importantly, please share this video with anyone that you know that you think would benefit from the information. I hope to try to see you again soon. I haven't been putting much videos out because I'm working on another big project, but I think I'll be finished with it soon and be able to get back in touch shortly if all goes well. And until then, till I see you again, please stay healthy.